The artificial intelligence refers to computer systems or machines that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence, such as visual perception, speech recognition, decision making, etc. So, as AI technology advances, its legal and ethical implications are becoming increasingly important to consider. So, in this course, I will explain some of the ethical and legal implications of the AI. There are three types of legal implications, and they refer to liability, intellectual property, and privacy. The use of AI system requires question of legal liability. For example, we may pose a question: if an autonomous vehicle causes an accident, who is responsible? The manufacturer, the programmer, or the user? As AI technology advances, the question of who owns the intellectual property rights to AI-generated works such as music or art is becoming increasingly important. AI systems often collect and use personal data, raising concerns about data privacy and security. So, laws and regulations must be in place to ensure that personal data is collected and used in a lawful and ethical manner. Regarding ethical implications, I must mention bias and discrimination, autonomy and responsibility, as well as transparency and explainability. AI systems can perpetuate or even amplify existing biases and discrimination in society, especially when they are trained on biased data. So developers must take steps to ensure that AI systems are designed and trained in an ethical and fair manner. As AI systems become more autonomous, questions arise about who is responsible for the decisions that are being made by the system. So there is a need for clear guidelines on how to ensure that AI systems act ethically and are held accountable for their actions. The use of a blurry AI system raises concerns about the lack of transparency and explainability of their decision-making processes. So this lack of transparency makes it difficult to identify and address potential ethical issues. AI has the potential to impact society in many ways, both positive and negative. And some of the ways in which AI is currently impacting society include increased efficiency, improved healthcare, enhanced transportation, but also some concerns such as job displacement, privacy and security threats, and autonomous weapons. AI technology can automate routine and repetitive tasks, freeing up human workers to focus on more complex and creative work. This can increase the efficiency and productivity, leading to economic growth. AI technology can be used to analyze medical images, identify patterns in patients' data, and develop personal treatment plans. And this has the potential to improve patient outcomes and reduce healthcare costs. Self-driving cars and trucks could improve transportation efficiency, reduce traffic congestion, and decrease accidents caused by human error. As AI technology automates routine tasks, there is a potential for some kind of job displacement in certain areas, and this could lead to economic inequality and social unrests. AI systems often collect and use personal data, raising concerns about data privacy and security. So there is a need for robust data protection laws and regulations to protect individual rights and prevent data breaches. The development of autonomous weapons powered by AI technology raises ethical and moral concerns about the use of lethal force without human intervention. The relationship between AI and the law is very complex on many levels, and it requires a careful balancing of legal, ethical, and social considerations to ensure that the development of the use of AI systems are in the best interest of the society as a whole. AI is increasingly being used in many industries, including finance, healthcare, transportation, and others, to automate decision-making processes. However, the use of AI must comply with the legal and regulatory requirements such as data privacy, intellectual property, and antitrust laws. As AI becomes more sophisticated and more autonomous, questions arise about who is responsible for its actions and how liabilities can be assigned. So, the legal framework needs to address these issues of accountability and liability for AI systems that cause harm, especially in cases where the decision making process is not transparent or explainable. The development of AI technology raises important intellectual property issues, including patentability and ownership of AI generated works. For example, there might be a question of who owns the rights of the output of an AI system that has been trained on copyrighted material. AI systems can perpetuate and amplify societal biases and discriminations, which can have legal consequences. And to avoid legal liability, AI developers and users must take steps to address these issues. As AI becomes more prevalent, governments around the world are grappling with how to regulate and oversee its development and deployment. So, this includes issues such as privacy protection, cybersecurity, and data governance. There are several ethical principles and frameworks for AI development that have been proposed by experts and organizations in this field. So, these principles and frameworks provide a starting point for AI developers and users to consider the ethical implications of their work and to develop AI systems that are aligned with societal values and goals. However, the ethical challenges of AI are complex and constantly evolving, and an ongoing dialogue and collaboration between stakeholders is necessary to ensure that AI is developed and used in a way to promote the public good. The IEEE Global Initiative for Ethical Considerations in AI and Autonomous Systems is the initiative that has developed a set of guidelines for AI developers and users that include ethical principles such as transparency, accountability, and inclusiveness. The Asilomar AI principles developed by a group of AI researchers and thought leaders bring some principles that emphasize ethical considerations such as safety, transparency, and alignment with human values. The European Union's ethics guidelines for trustworthy AI outline 7 key requirements for trustworthy AI, including human oversight, technical robustness, and respect for privacy and data protection. We should also pay attention to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. And even though they are not specifically focused on AI, these goals provide a broader ethical framework for the development of technologies that promote social and environmental sustainability. The ethical framework for AI developed by the UK's Alan Turing Institute emphasizes the ethical considerations such as fairness, transparency, and accountability, and provides practical guidance for AI developers and users. And some of the most important considerations in the development and deployment of AI systems include bias, fairness, and transparency. Bias refers to the presence of systematic and unfair preferences or prejudices in data, algorithms, or decision making processes. So, AI systems can perpetuate and amplify existing biases in society, which can lead to discriminatory outcomes. For example, a facial recognition system that is trained on data that overrepresents certain racial or gender groups might not perform equally well on people from other groups, which can lead to biases and potentially harmful decisions. So, addressing bias in AI requires very careful data selection and pre-processing, algorithm design, and ongoing monitoring and evaluation. Fairness refers to the equitable treatment of individuals in groups, regardless of their personal characteristics or backgrounds. And in the context of AI, fairness means that the outcome of an AI system should not systematically disadvantage certain groups over others. So, for example, a loan approval algorithm should not discriminate against people based on their race, gender, or other protected characteristics. So, ensuring fairness in AI requires a careful consideration of how to define and measure fairness and how to incorporate fairness considerations into the design and deployment of an AI system. The transparency refers to the ability of stakeholders to understand how AI system makes decisions and how to evaluate its outcomes. So in the context of AI, transparency means that the decision-making processes should be clear and explainable, and that the stakeholders should have access to relevant information about the system's inputs, outputs, and underlying algorithms. So ensuring transparency in AI requires the development of explainable AI techniques, the provision of clear documentation and user interfaces, and the establishment of regulatory framework that requires transparency and accountability in AI systems. The responsible AI design and deployment involve a set of practices and principles that aim to ensure that AI systems are developed and used in ways that are aligned with societal values and goals. So it requires a holistic approach that considers the ethical, social, and technical aspects of AI development as well as deployment, and involves collaboration and engagement among AI developers, policymakers, and stakeholders to ensure that AI systems are designed and used in a way that promote the public interest. A responsible AI design and deployment require careful consideration of ethical issues such as fairness, accountability, and transparency. So this involves incorporating ethical principles into the design of AI systems and ensuring that they are aligned with the societal values. Responsible AI deployment also involves protecting the privacy and security of data used by AI systems, which includes ensuring that data is collected and stored in compliance with relevant regulations and standards, and that appropriate safeguards are in place to prevent data breaches and other security risks. Responsible AI deployment also requires that AI systems are explainable and transparent, which means that the decision-making processes and outcomes are understandable and can be tracked back to specific inputs in algorithms. Responsible AI deployment involves ongoing monitoring and evaluation of the system's performance and also impact on users and society. So this includes collecting feedback from users, tracking system outcomes, making adjustments as necessary, and everything to ensure that the system is working as intended. Intellectual property refers to the legal rights that protect creative and innovative works, such as inventions, artistic works, and software. So these rights are designed to encourage innovation by allowing creators to benefit financially from their work, and also to prevent others from copying or using their work without permission. So when it comes to AI, intellectual property rights can arise in several ways, including patents, copyright, trade secret, and trademarks. AI algorithms and applications can be patented if they meet the legal requirements for patentability, such as being novel, being non-obvious, and also being useful. So patents can protect this technology and processes used in AI systems, as well as specific applications of AI, such as machine learning models, etc. Copyright law can protect the code, the data, as well as other creative works used in AI systems. So, for example, the code used to develop an AI algorithm can be protected by copyright, as it can be the training tool for data to train the algorithm as such. Trade secrets can protect confidential information that gives a business a competitive advantage, such as proprietary algorithms or data sets that are used in AI systems. Trademarks can be used to protect the branding and marketing materials that are associated with AI systems and applications, such as logos and slogans. The liability and accountability are important considerations in the development and deployment of AI systems. So, in order to address liability and accountability in AI, it is very important to establish clear legal and ethical frameworks for the development and deployment of AI systems. So, this should include the development of regulations and development of standards that govern the use of AI, as well as the establishment of some ethical principles and guidelines that should guide the design and the deployment of AI systems. Liability refers to the legal responsibility for damages or harms caused by an AI system. So, if an AI system causes harm or damage, such as, for example, self-driving car causing an accident, there's the question, who is liable for the harm arises. So liability can be very complex in context of AI, as it involves questions around the responsibility of developers, users, and other stakeholders that are involved in the development and deployment of the system. Accountability refers to the broader responsibility of stakeholders for the ethical and social implications of AI systems. So, in these terms, this may include the responsibility of developers, users, or any other subject that is involved in this process to ensure that AI system that the systems are deployed and used in ways that are aligned with societal values and goals such as fairness and transparency. So accountability involves not only addressing specific instances of harm and damage caused by AI system, but also ensuring that the development and deployment of AI systems is guided by ethical and social considerations. Data privacy and security are critical considerations in the development and deployment of AI systems. So, ensuring that AI systems are designed to protect personal data, to comply with relevant regulations and standards, and to that they are transparent and accountable in their use of data is actually essential to build trust and promoting the responsible use of AI. AI systems often rely on personal data to function, such as data about individuals' behavior, preferences, or health conditions. So, data privacy principles require that this data is collected, processed, and stored in ways that respect individuals' rights and to protect their privacy. In order to protect personal data, AI systems must be designed to comply with relevant data protection regulations and standards such as General Data Protection Regulation or GDPR in the European Union or California Consumer Privacy Act or CCPA in the United States. AI systems must also be designed with robust data security measures in order to protect against unauthorized access, theft, or other security breaches. So, this should include using encryption, access control, and any other security measures in order to ensure that the data is kept safe and secure. AI systems must be transparent about how they collect, process, and use personal data, as well as how they make decisions based on these data. So, this can include providing clear and understandable explanations of the algorithms and models that are being used by the system, as well as allowing individuals to access and control their personal data. AI systems must be accountable for the use of personal data, which means that there must be mechanisms in place to ensure that the systems is being used in ways that are consistent with ethical and legal principles, and also that the individuals have a way to seek redress if their data is misused or mishandled. AI has the potential to significantly impact employment and labor laws in a variety of ways. The impact of AI on employment and labor laws is still a developing area of concern, and it is likely that there will be ongoing discussion and debates on the best ways to regulate this emerging technology. AI-powered machines and robots have the ability to replace certain low-skilled jobs, leading to job displacement in industries such as manufacturing, transportation, etc. This could potentially result in a significant decrease in the number of jobs available to human workers, and that would lead to higher unemployment rates, especially among certain groups of people. At the same time, AI could also create new job opportunities in the fields such as data analysis, machine learning, and software development, among others. However, these jobs would require a higher level of technical expertise and education, and that would potentially lead to skill mismatches and inequality in the society. As AI technology advances, there may be a need for changes to labor laws and regulations. For example, laws regarding worker safety and privacy might need to be updated to address new risks that are associated with AI powered machines and robots, etc. AI algorithms are only as unbiased as the data they are trained on, which means that they can actually inadvertently perpetuate or amplify existing biases and discrimination. And that could potentially violate employment discrimination laws and also lead to legal challenges. Some AI-powered platforms such as Uber have disrupted traditional employment models and led to a rise in gig work and contract work. And this has resulted in challenges to existing labor laws such as gig workers and the fact that they are not typically covered by traditional employment protections such as minimum wage laws and workers' compensation. And in terms of AI, this may be a very challenging area, but also thanks to the AI, we may find the solution for these problems. AI has the potential to play a significant role in shaping public policy by providing insights and recommendations that can inform decision-making processes. It's also important to note that the use of AI in public policy is still a developing area, and that there are potential risks and challenges that are associated with its use. AI can be used to analyze data and predict future trends in areas such as crime, health, and education. This can help policymakers identify potential issues and develop proactive policies to address them. AI can help analyze large volumes of text-based data such as legal documents, regulations, and social media posts in order to identify patterns, sentiment, and important topics that can inform policy development. AI technology can provide decision support for policymakers by providing insights and recommendations based on data analysis. This can help policymakers make more informed decisions on complex issues. AI can be used to detect and prevent fraud in areas such as healthcare, social welfare, and taxation. This can help ensure that public resources are being used effectively and efficiently. AI-powered autonomous systems such as self-driving cars and drones have a potential to impact public policy in areas such as transportation, urban planning, and environmental policies. The impact of AI on human rights is a complex and evolving issue that requires careful consideration. And while AI has the potential to improve human rights in some areas, it can also pose significant risks and challenges. AI-powered systems can collect, store, and analyze vast amounts of personal data, which can raise concerns about privacy and data protection. And also there's a risk that these data can be used for surveillance or other purposes that can infringe on an individual's privacy rights. As AI systems become more autonomous, there is a risk that they will make decisions that impact human rights without sufficient human oversight or accountability. And this can raise concerns about transparency, due process, and the right to a fair trial. As mentioned earlier, AI can lead to a job displacement, which can have significant impacts on labor rights, including the right to work and the right to a fair wage, particularly among certain sensitive groups. AI-powered systems can impact access to information and freedom of expression if they are used to censor or suppress content, or if they are used to amplify certain voices or viewpoints over others. As AI continues to evolve, it is likely that there will be many more ethical dilemmas that arise and also they need to be addressed. So I will mention several examples of the types of ethical dilemmas that can arise in the development and the use of AI technology. Facial recognition technology has been widely criticized for its potential to infringe on privacy rights and perpetuate bias and discrimination. And for example, in 2018, the American Civil Liberties Union has conducted a study that found that Amazon's facial recognition software incorrectly matched 28 members of Congress to mugshots in a criminal database. And this actually highlights the risk that facial recognition technology can be biased against certain groups, particularly when it comes to races. Autonomous vehicles present a number of ethical dilemmas, including questions about liability, safety, and decision making. So, for example, in 2018, an Uber self driving car struck and killed a pedestrian in Arizona, and this incident raised questions about the safety of autonomous vehicles and the ethical implications of programming them to make split second decisions about avoiding accidents. Predictive policing uses AI algorithms to analyze crime data and make predictions about where crimes are most likely to occur. And while the technology has been touted as a way to prevent crime and improve public safety, it has also been very criticized for its potential to perpetuate bias and discrimination. Because, for example, a study conducted in 2016 by researchers at Dartmouth College found that predictive policing algorithms were more likely to target communities of color, even when controlling for crime rates. Chatbots are becoming increasingly common in customer service and support roles in many industries, but there are ethical concerns around their use, particularly when it comes to healthcare. And for example, in 2016, a chatbot named Tay, created by Microsoft, was shut down within 24 hours of its launch after it began posting racist and inflammatory comments on social media. So this highlights the risk that chatbots can be programmed to perpetuate harmful and discriminatory attitudes. The future of AI is likely to be shaped by a complex interplay of technological advancement, social and economic factors, and also legal and ethical frameworks. And therefore, it will be important to address these issues proactively to ensure that the benefits of AI are realized in a way that it is equitable and just for all. AI has the potential to significantly increase automation in many industries, which could lead to job losses and changes in the nature of work. And that could have significant social and economic implications, particularly among some sensitive groups, including the need for new regulations around employment and social welfare. AI has the potential to revolutionize healthcare with applications ranging from personalized medicines to drug discovery. However, there are ethical concerns around the use of AI in healthcare, including questions about privacy and data security, as well as concerns about the potential for AI to even worsen existing healthcare disparities. As AI becomes more advanced, it is likely that we will see more autonomous systems that make decisions without human intervention, and this raises the questions about accountability and liability, as well as concerns about bias and discrimination in many fields. As AI becomes more prevalent, there will be a growing need for regulations and governance frameworks to ensure that AI is developed and used in a ways that are safe, ethical, and beneficial to society. So, this could include new laws and regulations around data privacy, cybersecurity, and accountability for AI systems. Addressing the legal and ethical implications of AI will require collaboration of across different sectors and stakeholders, including governments, industries, academia, and civil societies. And there will be a need for interdisciplinary approaches that will bring together experts in law, ethics, computer science, and many other fields. The future of AI and law is expected to be transformative, within AI powered tools and technologies playing an increasingly important role in the legal industry. So, this will include increased use of AI for legal research and analysis, predictive analytics for legal decision making, contract analysis and management, and improved legal document review, also enhanced legal analytics and data visualization, and automated legal services. AI-powered legal research tools can analyze large volumes of legal data quickly, helping lawyers to find relevant cases and statuses faster than ever before. Machine learning algorithms can be used to analyze past legal cases and make predictions about the outcome of future cases. AI can be used to analyze contracts and identify key provisions, clauses, and potential issues, and also helping lawyers to manage their contracts more efficiently. Natural language processing can be used to analyze legal documents, identify relevant information, and classify documents according to their content. AI can be used to analyze large volumes of legal data and present them in a visually appealing and easily understandable format, helping lawyers to make better informed decisions. AI-powered chatbots and virtual assistants can provide basic legal advice and guidance to clients, helping to reduce the workload of lawyers and increase access to legal services to everyone. Preparing for the future of AI and its legal and ethical challenges requires a multidisciplinary approach that should involve lawyers, policymakers, technologists, ethicists, and professionals from other industries. And by taking these steps, we can help to ensure that AI is developed and deployed in a way that is both legal and ethical, and that benefits society as a whole. So, I will end this introductory topic with some advices for how to be prepared for the future when it comes to a legal and ethical aspect of AI. So keep up to date with the latest developments in AI and its legal and ethical implications. Develop a strong ethical framework that takes into account the potential risks and benefits of AI and its impact on society. Then also invest in education and training programs in this field. Foster collaboration between different stakeholders in order to ensure that the legal and ethical implications of AI are fully considered. Besides that, you can also create robust and regulatory frameworks that addresses the legal and ethical challenges of AI, and also you should anticipate future challenges by considering the potential impact of AI on society and identifying potential areas of concern. Thanks for watching.